There are currently 240 episodes in the amazing world of Gumball, plus another show. But of all the 240 episodes, there's one that sticks out. So that's why in today's video, we're gonna be talking about the darkest episode in Gumball, The Joy. So without further ado, this video is brought to you by Citrus. This episode starts out with Richard and Anais sitting down at the table. Richard is playing his game and Anais is eating cereal. Just as this is happening, Gumball and Darwin come in looking super upset. Anais notices something is wrong. Gumball is making a tough beat till Richard approaches them. He asks, "What's up, Gumball?" Gumball says it's a Monday and Mondays are crummy. Richard gives them a wonder hug, which is full of artificial intelligence. It kinda looks like the type of slushie I'd get at a show. Then it cuts to Gumball and Darwin talking in the school hallway, but Darwin has a smile and Gumball is still living in the freaking upside down. Darwin doesn't know why he's smiling and Gumball is doing whatever this is. Then we see Miss Simeon torturing her students. Then we see Banana Joe doing his gangsta walk, looking like a sardine. But Miss Simeon says that this violates the dress code and zips up his banana skin. Then it cuts to a scene when she's looking at the camera and seeing all the chaos she's caused. Then we see that Gumball and Darwin can't stop smiling. This can't be good. Am I right or am I right? This can't be good because Gumball is constantly singing to Darwin and his cheeks can't stop smiling. Pause. Miss Simeon notices something strange, that Gumball and Darwin are being happy on a Monday in the middle of a surprise test. Gumball responds that he's happy, but before he can finish, he starts coughing up slushy stuff. This is the beginning of the end or the end of beginning. Then it shows Principal Brown doing whatever the freak this is. Miss Simeon then says to Principal Brown that there's a joy disease spreading in the school. This is where things start going downhill. Principal Brown thinks that she's hysterical and Miss Simeon isn't having this, so she says that she'll get proof. Then she starts a vlog, which she says that the subject state is getting worse. She tilts the camera to Gumball and Darwin smiling for some odd reason. The nurse thinks that she's crazy and that the two brothers are just happy. Little did they know that this would take a dark turn and fast. Then Miss Simeon says to stop smiling. Gumball tries by ripping his mouth and putting it the other way, but his face turns around and he's back to smiling. Then she says to the nurse that this is proof that the children have a disease. The nurse continues to pay no attention to Miss Simeon's theory. Miss Simeon then shines a light into Gumball's eyes for half an hour. I know. Poor Gumball. It gets weirder because she sees that the time is 16:06, which in military time is like around 4 p.m. The nurse has Gumball and Darwin sitting in a doctor's bed, hooked up by a heart reader. The nurse thinks that Miss Simeon has gone too far and goes to get Principal Brown. Gumball and Darwin then start laughing uncontrollably until they seemingly pass out or even worse, die. All of a sudden, the heart monitor turns rainbow, which is already giving me the chills. Yo, 82% flash sale. Principal Brown then comes to see the kids. Believing they're dead, Gumball and Darwin suddenly stand up. Principal Brown is attacked from behind, infecting him with the joy virus. And I think you guys know where this is going. Then the three of them try to attack the nurse and Miss Simeon, but Miss Simeon just pushes the nurse to give her time to escape to the principal's office. She then checks the camera, seeing that every kid is getting infected except Tobias, because he's literally like Tobias. It then cuts to a disturbing scene of Gumball running at Penny like he's had too much Arizona iced tea. Miss Simeon for some reason starts crashing out, and she throws something on top of a music player just as Principal Brown breaks down the window, and the sad music turned Principal Brown normal again for a quick second. She goes out of the office looking for any survivors to cure, but she then finds Anais pretending to cry and then starts laughing. This is me after having a whole bag of Blue Heat Talkies. Anais then runs at her but accidentally trips into a locker and Miss Simeon closes the door. It cuts to Miss Simeon pretending to be infected to walk by a horde of joy infected students. But for some reason, she sees Banana Joe violating the school dress code once again, and in her dumb ape mind, she decides decides to scream, gaining the attention of all the other joy-infected students around her. She then runs into the office and was about to play the song on the intercom, but just then, Gumball and Darwin appear. Before she's infected, she vlogs herself singing the song so that anyone who comes across it may help them. But just then, she gets fully infected, and the episode comes to an end. Dang, that was horrifying for a kid's show. I mean, Richard is obviously behind this, because the whole Wonder Hug dust looked exactly like the Joy Goo, Joy Slushy. That's gonna do it for me. Make sure to like and subscribe. So until then, goodbye. Yo!